Storm Spirit has arrived!
What's up guys, this is slahser and this is the third game, and this was a replay someone sent me. It's from US East server, I believe, and it's 4K MMR. So let's see about... He picked Storm early in the draft and he's against an anti-mage, so that's not fun, but yeah, you're gonna be against anti-mage sometimes. It's it'll be against an OD mid, so actually I don't mind Storm against OD. That's actually pretty decent, both in the lanes and in the general matchup. You have to be careful of OD's ulti, but apart from that, you'll do pretty well against OD. So the thing is that OD's ulti, it will actually drain a lot of your mana, so if you get hit with that early in team fights, you'll be in big trouble. So they'll remove 40% of mana from affected heroes, and that's a pretty big deal on Storm. I'm actually not sure if it's 40% of total mana or it's 40% of your remaining mana, and I think it's total mana, but I'm actually not sure. So I'm actually gonna check that on Dota buff right now. Oh yeah, Dota wiki. See here. Obsidian Destroyer Dota. It feels like when I'm playing against it, it feels like it removes 40% of my total mana. Well, never mind. I'll try to research that somehow. So in this, they have a lot of burst damage actually. So let's say you're team fighting and you get hit by Oko stun, Fire Blast, and then Lina stun. You know, there's also Timbersaw who can deal a lot of damage. So you have to be very careful that you don't get hit by you don't get hit earlier on in the team fight by a stun, because then they can easily burst you. So as you can see, he's using his mana early to help blast it, and that's fine. He should pull the creep wave down now, which he's also doing, and you can see they will attack the range creep and will split the creep wave up. He will have his bottle very soon. See from his perspective, so we can see what he can see. When he sends bottle, he can see Lina and Ogre on the map, so he can see every hero, so he doesn't have to worry about someone sniping his bottle or his courier at all. And this is great position. You actually see a lot of players actually pull the creeps in this position to the tower, and I guess they do that because the creep lane is gonna be ruined anyways, because good players, they know how to pull the creep wave. So it's not like you can't just get the creep wave on your ridge here, which you want, like yeah, the ridge up there, and then it's just gonna stay there, because the enemy mid, if he's decent, he will start to pull it down. And you can see what he does is he drops his null talisman and uses bottle just for extra mana efficiency, because he will get more mana doing that. And he pulls the creep wave down, which is great. So I think against AM you might actually consider getting early Orchid, because then you can actually try to gank anti-mage. You probably won't be able to solo kill him, or it will be very hard to solo kill him. But against AM it's really a problem if he just free farms, because he can really own you late game. Against a Slark, that's not that big of a problem, because you do well with him late game. But against the anti-mage, it's best if you can somehow shut him down. But again, Bloodstone is just such a good item that even against the anti-mage, I still get Bloodstone and Orchid afterwards, and hope I can get my Orchid out before he gets his Manta up. So with Manta, Orchid won't do much, because at least if he has Manta up, he just uses Manta, and then you don't get... he just dispels his silence. So what I would like to see here is that he gets his boots, and I would like to see him get the bottle, put the bottle on the courier, and send the courier back. And even though it's not upgraded, you can still do it, and he should probably maybe he's saying his team is upgraded, but even if it's not upgraded, you can still send the bottle back. Can also go for rune, which is also okay. I guess it's kind of harder to get runes now, at least get the river runes. But I'll probably just farm this camp. Yeah, I've used the D-Day to farm one camp, and kind of problem that the creep wave is pushed in, but apart from that, it's also fine that if he's worried about rotation from Ogre and Lina, and he's almost level 6, it's fine to just farm here. And this camp should give him level 6. Alright, let's do it 2x speed, and let's see some team fights, so see some stuff I can comment on. So he's almost level 6, he will get level 6 now, and now he should just worry about not being too low mana. Against Odie, Raindrop is also very good, since it will negate the damage from his Astral Imprisonment, most of the damage at least. And here again, if you're not, I don't know, you could also go for rune here, but it's also fine to bottle crow and then just stay in the lane. Because against decent players, they will also control the rune a lot more. And you can't just, you know, that was nice. Dina just came well. You can't just expect the rune to be there if you're not going for it like as soon as it spawns. So if you're not standing there at, you know, the 6-minute mark when it spawns, then you can expect it to be in the river. And you can't really do that anymore because now there's it will only spawn one place out of the 2 places. So I think I would like to see him bottle crow more. Looks like he's going straight to Bloodstone now. Magic Wand and Raindrop, at least one of them I would like to see. I also just Raindrop, one thing is that it blocks the spells, but the thing is it also provides almost 1 mana regen. This is a very hard kill to go for, and they probably can't get it. Yeah, so this is something I don't like going for at all. Let's slow this down here. Okay, so Odie is almost full HP, and the thing is with Odie is just he's so tanky. You just use Soul Ring, so you have almost half HP. And the Odie is one of the Midas build, so he's not that tanky, but still, if you look at him, it's kind of bugged right now, but if you look at him, he has 6 armor, and he has almost 1000 HP, and he also has a Fiery Fire. Plus he has this Astral Imprisonment, so if you go for him, he can Astral himself, as he did there, and then you will have to wait a lot. So if any TP support comes in, you're in big trouble. And this is a replay bug, but let's see here. You know, Storm stuns him, alright, if you go for it, we wanna zip to him, and then hit him once, and then Remnant. Yeah, and he does that, and hits him again. Then he wastes the zip, which is a mistake, and they just stand here and wait. And Lina TPs in. And the thing I don't like about this play is that it's... I guess you could go for it, but then you need to back off if they come TP support. And maybe you can see Lina here. And also, there's really no reason to wait so close, because you're gonna take damage when the Astral Imprisonment ends. At least to get him. I'm like, I don't want to say like don't go for Odie, but it's kind of risky move. Let's say, okay, let's just say it's fine that they go for him, then the execution could be better. The stun is fine, and the first sip is fine that he sips on top of him. But then you sip on top of him, you make a Remnant. So you sit on top, you hit him once, you make a Remnant, then you hit against, and now you walk out. You walk out of this range, which is like this range. You walk out of that, so you don't take this damage. Maybe you don't see the Lina, but you don't want to take this Astral Imprisonment damage when he comes out, especially when you're already at half HP. Let's go to fast see our next engagement or next thing I can commentate on. I think also, yeah, you should get your Arcane Boots now. And also in that engagement, if he had Raindrops, that would save him a lot of magical damage. So At least it would block at least one nuke, maybe 2 nukes, and that would mean that he survived. And especially now when we have the backpack, there's really no reason not to get, you know, at least magic wand, the raindrop. He goes for the point booster before Kane's. I'm not sure about that. You usually don't need the extra HP, but I guess maybe against. Alright, let's slow this down. Goes for a gank here. I usually get the arcane boots just for the extra mana, and you can also drop items and get even more mana when you use arcane boots. Goes for gank here. Goes for Lina. She's really not the target you want. You want anti-mage. Still has a bit mana left. It's kind of dangerous to sip in here because TP supports come, or if anyone comes. Do manage to get the kill. But just notice that how when he decides to go for this kill, he just goes for it. So he's farming here. And he walks a bit back so they don't see him TP. And now he's gonna TP to the tower. And then he just, you know, goes straight for it. So he sees, alright, I can gank, and then he just goes for the gank. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't stand along, he doesn't wait long here. He just waits maybe 5-10 seconds, and then he goes. So the other replay we saw him wait a long time. We could also have had, it's kind of easy to dodge Lina stun, so, you know, you sip in here, and it's okay because it hits the static remnant, so it's fine that, you know, it's that super necessary to dodge it, but we could have easily dodged it. I'm not sure I like using Soul Ring before. I will usually wait with my Soul Ring and just use it when I have more, when I'm lacking mana. But the thing is, if you use, I'm not sure about the math behind this, but if you use a Soul Ring before, you just boost your max mana pool and makes makes it more costly for you to sip. So let's see here. Without using Soul Ring, it will cost 102 mana to start the sip, and your sip will also cost less while you're sipping. And he actually activates it, but then he has to wait, so it actually runs out before he goes. So he uses Soul Ring pretty much for nothing. And it's better to wait. I usually wait with Soul Ring and then use it when I get like, alright, I need a bit extra mana, I can use Soul Ring. And now we get Arcanes. Would have dropped that point booster when I used the Arcane here. This is very risky to fight at this. They should activate it right now. Yeah, they're activating, so you can't really fight at this. And he kind of knows that it back off. If I was OD, I would just go for the Storm there. I'm not sure why OD should be able to kill him. I kind of wanna focus maybe on a team fight or something and see how he sips. Looks like he gets greedy and he gets unlucky that he meets Ogre here. Or he actually goes for Rune. Maybe, alright, they have a ward, so they see him. So it looks like Ogre sees him, or maybe he doesn't. How did Ogre fight him here? Alright, Ogre, looks like Ogre is just going on a walking campaign. And I also do that sometimes. I farm jungle with very low HP. Maybe not that low, I would probably go back here. He plants ward here, and so we see Storm, and he's just able to get an easy kill on Storm. I would probably go back here, because you have 150 HP, and going for that experience runes, it's gonna respawn in a long time. And even if you respawn, you're not gonna heal much about it, so it's not really that worth it. Alright, they stay long, he gets a counter kill here. Can't really touch anti-mage. Alright, let's go back and look at this team fight in normal speed. Let's first look at in normal speed, and maybe we can, if it's something we can talk about, we can look at this slow. So they have a good ward, so they see him, gets initiated on Ogre, doesn't really have to fear Ogre here. Kinda early use haste, but it's fine. We don't have to go in, we can just stand there. And Anti-Mage doesn't take our mana, but just uses ulti on us. Okay, this was... I think we need to slow this down, because this was a very chaotic team fight. And he also probably knows that he shouldn't have died there. So I guess he just loses the overview of the fight. So Ogre stuns you. I would just, if Ogre stuns me, I would just start off just using Remnant. You don't need to pull him there. It's just, he's right on top of you, so you can just use Remnant. And Lina is kind of far away and you see him. So there's really no reason not to man up against Ogre there. He already used all he could on you. So Anti-Mage uses, and we sit right next to Anti-Mage, and we don't have any pull, and we also forget Odie's nuke. And again, a raindrop would have saved us here. A raindrop would have been very useful. Alright, so first of all, it seems like he forgets, he hasn't adjusted to Odie's, kind of new Astral. Because he's forgetting, or he's kind of like, he's playing like it doesn't do damage, and he's not dodging that. So he's actually sipping right into it. I think it's fine to go for Lina here. But now when he gets Astral, he should either just sip up here next to them, or he should kind of try to back off. But sipping right next to Lina here, and taking extra damage for that, that's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna find one more team fight, and then I will have looked enough at different MMR Storm players. Just go jungle, and we kind of need to finish our Bloodstone. He dives and counter kills you. Alright, we got, I think, 20 minutes Bloodstone. It's not too great. Let's look at this team fight. We have a Bloodstone now, so we are kind of happy to fight him. Looks like they're all there except Anti-Mage. We can bait, which is fine as long as we are careful we don't get Ogre stunned. And now they're all low. We jump in, we still have mana left, so we could always jump out. He jumps further in, which is kind of questionable. But they don't have Anti-Mage though. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop this replay now. I hope at least you found it useful. Some of the situation where I say, well, I would probably have done that different. And if you have any questions or if you disagree with me on something, then be sure to post it.